Okay, so hi everyone. Hopefully, if you are seeing this, it means that I have finally managed to sort my recording software. Even Zoom that I'm using now just did not want to know. I haven't been able to do any recording for weeks. So hopefully now it's working. Okay, so firstly, this is the third attempt this morning to get on and do a video. First time was the telephone ringing, second time was someone knocking at the door, and third time was just me being a complete numpty and not setting it up right. So anyway, let's hope this goes a little bit better. What I want to talk about very briefly, because I'll pop out today, is about my husband. Which is going to be far easier than talking about myself, because I hate doing that. I absolutely hate talking about myself. Now, some of you will be aware that in 2009, my husband had an accident, a work-related industrial accident, which left him with some major damage to his lower back. Now, finally, after many, months of pain, we finally got the doctors to agree that there was something more going on than just some mild damage that they originally thought. And what had happened, his discs had herniated inwards. So rather than discs that kind of pop out in the spine that can be manipulated back in, his had gone inwards. And what they'd done is they'd taken the nerves out, well, not out obviously, but had damaged the nerves in his spine. And what was happening, not only was it causing him significant pain, it was also causing his entire lower end to almost temporarily paralyzed and just literally fall from underneath him. So he was pretty much unable to walk and had this horrendous pain. Now, doctors being the way that they are, they just instantly, after the MRI scan, they just put him on loads and loads of pain medication. They suggested this, they suggested that, and he ended up being on Oromorph, Tramadol, Diazepam, I think he was naproxen. There were loads of different ones that they put him through, and in the end, the Tramadol, he just turned so verbally aggressive, if you like, on it. No, he'd never ever lay a finger on me. It wasn't like that. It was just, he really changed him. So I took him off the Tramadol as soon as we could. So he's left then with the morphine, and he's on high doses of morphine. Well, finally in January 2011, they decided that they would do like a spinal fusion and hopefully repair some of the damage to the nerves. Well, when he first had that done, it was an 8-hour operation. It wasn't just the spinal fusion. He's got the cages. He's got a metal rod that goes down through his back, and 2 whopping great cages in there, and discs removed and all sorts. And it was an 8-hour operation, and it was, honest to God, it was the worst 8 hours of my life. I was at home on my own with the 2 children that I had at the time, and nobody phoning me, nobody keeping in touch with me. It was absolutely horrendous. And we were told that there was, I think it was something stupid like a 70% chance that the operation could paralyze him. And then obviously you've got all the usual operation risks as well, which are even worse. So it was horrible, absolutely horrible. Well, he had the operation, and initially we thought, a year on, he was just in so much pain, still on the morphine. Horrible medication. And we didn't think really there was anything that could kind of be done. Well, he did gradually, over another year again, he did get a little bit better, which was great. And he was able to return to work. Unfortunately, that didn't last very long. And January, February 2015, he had a lot of problems again, and he said, something's not right, I don't feel like something's as it was. It almost feels like all the original operations moved. And then in the April of that year, he had to give up work. So April 2015, he had to give up work again. And so we were back to square one with him, virtually unable to walk. The nerve damage, he's just collapsing every 2 minutes again. We didn't know what, if anything, had gone wrong. And do you know what? It took us months and months and months to finally get the doctors to take him seriously again. It was just like, oh, well, you've just overdone it. Or no, it wasn't the case at all. Anyway, to run forward a little bit, when they finally did a scan, they found out that his original operation that he'd had done and all the framework and everything that was in, that was actually fine. Nothing had actually moved. But what had happened is, because he'd had the framework in, it had caused the upper part of his spine from that to start to have problems. And it was basically starting to compress down. So they've actually diagnosed him with degenerative spine. I mean, crumbling spine, whatever you want to call it. There's lots of different terminology for it, but it's basically collapsing down. Now, this isn't something that can be sorted with anything that we're going to find here. The only thing so far that I have found that is going to come even close to repairing and helping with regrowth in his spine is stem cell therapy, which is majorly expensive, and I will be saving for it for him. But it's obviously it's in America. It's not available in the UK, and it's going to cost us a lot of money. So what did we do in the meantime? How do we get his pain levels under control? He was literally spending his morphine that he was on. He was taking 4 times a day, 10 milliliters of morphine, those 4 times a day, along with diazepam 3 times a day at quite a high dose. And that's all he was doing. His only way to stop him having any pain was for him to be asleep. That was what the doctors considered a quality of life, the best that he could hope for. I'm sorry, but you guys know my past. You know how I feel about pharmaceutical companies and doctors, and how I've effectively managed my own conditions. And I was furious. I was not going to accept that. And I've been looking at lots of different things, and it was getting to the stage where I thought, right, do you know what? There's so much benefit of it. We're just going to have to perhaps think about him smoking cannabis. I don't like it. I have my personal reasons for not liking it, but I thought, well, we're not going to have any choice. We really aren't going to have any choice. It's going to come to this. And that's when the company, well, sorry, I'll go back a little bit there. So I really didn't like the thought of putting him on that. And then as it's progressed on this year, he started having seizures, which we think might well be related to the nerve damage and whatever's going on neurologically with his, with regards to his back. And he had a really big seizure and was rushed off down to hospital. Again, really scary. And he hasn't been right since. He still gets his words mixed up. His eyes aren't right. He can't his eyes couldn't focus right. And he was having a fit. He was having even if they were small ones, he was having a fit every single night in his sleep. So looking at the cannabis side of it and what I knew, I thought, well, this actually, do you know what? This isn't even an option now. The THC that you find is in such high levels when you smoke cannabis, I thought, I can't risk that. I mean, I know there are people that say that cannabis has helped the seizures, but the THC has been proven that it can actually be really nasty for seizures. So I was backing off a little bit, thinking, straight cannabis, maybe not a good idea with the seizures. So I still didn't know what I was going to do and how we were going to get him off this bloody morphine. Could the morphine even be causing his seizures? There are such things as medication-based fits. Could this be causing it? We really didn't know. Anyway, the doctors weren't being very helpful, and again, they just expected him to live a life on pain. So as soon as I heard the news that the company that I'm already with were merging with a industry leader called HEMPWORX, as soon as I heard that company was merging their products into ours with the hemp oil, the CBD oil, I knew straight away I had to get my hands on some. I had to have some, and I had to put him on it as soon as I possibly could. I wasn't skeptical in the normal sense, but because we've been through so much and had so many people saying, oh, this won't work and this won't, I just kind of, for the first time ever, I doubted something, and I really shouldn't have doubted, but I was just so, I just thought, well, how can anything help? We've been through all this. How can anything possibly help him? And within 2 days of taking 5 drops of the 500 CBD oil twice a day, he had stopped his morphine. That was it. No more morphine. No more 4 times 10 mils a day. He'd stopped his morphine. He has gone back on to a nightly dose of a small amount of morphine. I'll explain why in a minute, completely different reasons. But it stopped taking his morphine. His level of pain was better than when he was taking his morphine. Now, it's not gonna solve his problem. It's not gonna stop him having falls. It's not gonna stop him, you know, it's not going to make him more mobile. That is just giving him a better quality of life. He's not in pain anymore. The only thing that's going to make him more mobile is this stem cell, and I'm sure as time goes on you'll hear about me talking more and more about that. But he, you know, he just to be out of pain. The thing that hit it for me, and I actually burst into tears, was the other night we were talking, and a joke come up. And he smiled and he laughed. And honestly, it was the first time, I think, in years that I've seen a smile that wasn't a put on smile because he wanted me to think he was happy. It was a proper smile that had no pain behind it. And that is absolutely massive for me. And it must be for him as well. I mean, I wanted him to be on this video as well, but he's not really the sort of person that likes being in front of the camera. So, he wasn't comfortable to do that, but I'm sure he'll comment on this video when I share it. But that was huge, absolutely massive. Now, the reason that he started taking this 1 nightly dose of morphine again is he's got restless legs. Now, I personally, from doing some research, believe that his restless legs are down to his body healing itself, because he's never had restless legs like that before, not to that degree. So I'm really confident that is down to his body healing itself. And he's actually going to up his dose, and what we're probably going to do is order the 750 strength CBD oil, and I think we can completely eradicate his morphine within the next couple of months. Completely. He won't be on there, and he hasn't, this is the great thing, he has not taken no diazepam at all either. Since starting the CBD oils, he has taken no diazepam whatsoever. He hasn't got the same amount of pain. He hasn't got the tightness in his back that he was getting, because obviously, you know, the muscles kind of protect your body, and he was, along with his pain and what's going on in his back, his muscles were obviously causing problems. So it's helped with that. And another thing, which I noticed a couple of days ago, he hasn't had a single fit in his sleep. He was waking me up every night. I used to think, because I snore really badly, and I used to think that, you know, this nudging initially was him trying to stop me snoring. And since he's been getting these seizures, I figured out he's not nudging me to stop me snoring. I'll turn over and he's having a fit in his sleep and he doesn't even know. First time it happened, it was really, really scary. I didn't know what to do. And then I spoke to someone on the phone, and they said, no, it's fine. It can happen. And, you know, I kept an eye on him, and now we don't have that. He's having no fits in the evenings whatsoever. His eyes, the pain in his eyes that he was getting because of the seizures, they've all got better. He's not getting the auras of the seizures. So he was getting like hives, really sort of bad, almost like a hot flash, a heat flash. And he was having real problems with that. And it was auras before he would then have a seizure. He's not getting any of that. He's not getting the migraines. So initially, you know, 2.5, 3 weeks into taking these oils, the improvements are massive. I never expected them to cure him. I know what his only option is for his back to be repaired, so I wasn't expecting that. But to have this, as far as we've got, is absolutely amazing. So I just wanted to share that with everybody. And like I said, I'm sure he'll comment on the video below. I'm going to have to go now, but I've got some really, really great stories and blogs to share. Not just personally, but about other things coming up in the next few weeks. But yeah, finally, if you're watching this, it means I've got the video recording software working, finally, and I can start sharing some more videos with you. So have a great day, everybody, and I will catch up with you soon. Bye.
Hi, everybody. I'm doing something this morning that kind of shocked even myself. I'm laying everything out on the table, literally. I'm going to show you my morning meds, my morning, everything that I have to do just to survive daily. But I also am going to show you what I had to take before and what I'm doing now. And it is kind of shocking, even to myself. So, okay, here we go. I'm going to flip the camera around and we're going to do this. Maybe. Okay, guys, this is what I have to do every morning just to survive. When I say I have the lupus, the RA, the diabetes, the lung disease, the, you know, everything that I have, I'm a mess. it gets kind of confusing to people, and even myself. I didn't realize how many things exactly I do have to take just to survive. Now I'm going to start off, this is what I used to have to take every single day that I no longer take. When I was going to the pain clinic, I was on 2 methadone every 12 hours. Well, 1 methadone every 12 hours. The pain clinic had me on. Norco, I was on 5 to 7 times a day. That's a lot of pills, guys. Lasix, I was holding fluid and, having some issues there. I was on Lasix, potassium, Flexeril for the muscle pain, back pain, my lupus, muscle spasms. Robaxin, I was on 2 times a day. Arava, that was something they had me on for the RA lupus autoimmune, which I still take several things for that. The sulfasalazine was also for my autoimmune. I do still have to take all of these lovely shots. I'm a really bad diabetic. Toujeo, I take twice a day, morning and night. You're only supposed to take it once, but I have to take it twice. Apidra, I take that 3 to 4 times a day, so I'm a walking pincushion. My lovely Bidurian is once a week, but today is my day, so yay. I am currently still on the Invokana, the Metformin, the vitamin D, the Cymbalta, the Plaquenil, an inhaler. Actually, Symbicort, I'm on it too. I don't have it laying out here, sorry. But what the point to this video is that, I'm going to try to get everything here again. Let me stand up so you can see everything that I was doing in one day just to survive. Okay? Now, what if I could wipe out this whole side? Actually, I have wiped out this whole side of pills. Everything that you see right here has been replaced with my HEMPWORX. I'm no longer on any pain pills. So, let's take the methadone away. Let's take all these pain pills away. I did. Okay? I'm no longer on the Lasix and potassium. As far as the inflammation, my HEMPWORX has taken care of that. I no longer have to take my Flexeril, my Robaxin. This helps me with pain, muscle spasms. I have so many things. I also have the essential tremors, where I start having tremors. Just to look at me, everyone says, "Oh, you look great. You look fine. I can't imagine anything wrong with you." Surprise! But anyway, guys, I have gotten rid of all of this stuff. That may not seem like a lot, but to me it's huge. I mean, this whole side right here is gone. And bring them on camera. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Erin. Hi, Rose. Hi, Megan. I'm just trying to read what you guys are writing. But anyway, yes, I still have, the regular 5 shots a day. I still have the 1 extra weekly shot. I still have, all that. And I still take all of these pills and inhalers. But all of this is gone, thanks to my HEMPWORX. To lay it out on the table, literally, was actually kind of shocking to me. You just go about your daily, your daily thing, and you don't think about it. But I've actually cut way back on what I have to take. Now, I'm going to switch the camera around just a second so I can talk to you guys again. Okay, so, it doesn't seem like a whole lot. Sorry, guys. It's huge for me. I feel like I was constantly taking handfuls of pills and all the shots. Yeah, I feel like a pincushion. But we're working on that too. The HEMPWORX has helped with my numbers. Me and my brother, my poor brother, he is a horrible diabetic. I am a horrible diabetic. It runs in our family. It's really bad. So we have some weird things going on there, and they can't seem to pinpoint, exactly why our numbers are all over the place. And my doctor, I'm not a good patient. I'll be very honest. I mean, I try to do everything that I can, but I hate going to the doctor because I have so many specialists. I'm constantly going. So, Regina, please forgive me. I know I need to get in there, and I will. I just absolutely hate constantly going to the doctor. But anyway, HEMPWORX, when I say this stuff has changed my life, it literally has, really. You know, I don't have to take gobs and gobs and gobs of pills. I still have to take a lot. And excuse me, I just got out of bed. I look awful. But I want to be really real here. And I want to show you what my mornings are really like. And it's not always pretty. Sorry. It's not pretty. But it's my life. So, but HEMPWORX has changed my life. And I know if it can change so many things for me, that it can change a lot for you guys too. So I just want to be really real. You know, people say, why are you so passionate about that stuff? This is why. This is why I'm so passionate about it, because it's real. It's guaranteed for 30 days. If you don't like it, you know, just send it back, get your money back. Hi, Rose. Let's see. How could you ever have an appetite eating all those pills? I don't know. Because the more pills I was on, the worse I felt. And they all have side effects. So it was absolutely horrible. But actually, the HEMPWORX helps the appetite. It has helped my appetite. So, but anyway, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, or if there's something specific that you're wondering if it would help with, if I don't know the answer, I will find it for you. But I just wanted to be really real this morning and, you know, just show you exactly how many pills that it has taken away from my morning regimen. Okay, Diane, I know it helps me some. I'm still new at taking it. Don't give up on it. You know, some people take a little longer to see huge results. Just keep taking it. My husband was 20 points away from dialysis. He is now almost back to normal. So continue taking it. There's so many things that we don't even know that it's doing until we go get blood work or we go have testing, and it's like, oh wow, you know, that has really helped with that. Hi, Barb. How are you? I'm being really real this morning. The good, bad, and the ugly. Okay, guys. Well, I just wanted to get on here and show you exactly what HEMPWORX has not only given me, but what it has taken. And that's a great thing. So, all right. We'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.